All right, so right now we are headed to the drag racing. We're gonna put these two machines up against each other and see what happens. What do you think is gonna happen?
What do I think is gonna happen? You want the truth or you want what you want to hear?
What do you think?
I think it's gonna be pretty competitive.
It's gonna be close.
I do.
We'll find out what happens.
That might be the end of this thing.
What happened?
I lost my CV again.
Really?
Yeah, there was some bumps there towards the end. It gets pretty rough. And
Should we move? I think we should move.
yeah, I didn't want to roll it too far because if the balls came out, I gotta recover them.
Yeah, he totally had me both times. First time, went straight from first right into neutral and then banged into second. Hopefully that wasn't any damage. Second time, I think I was just bouncing off the rev limiter way too long. I needed to be banging through those gears. So, but it looks like he may have busted his CV again. So I don't know if he's gonna be able to run again. So what happened?
What happened? CV failure.
Oh,
See, these little things, they're supposed to be in there,
yeah.
but they're not in there. They're here. So
We only found 2 and there's 6, right?
I'm making really good friends with Chris over at the chicken coop, so we might have to take another trip down there. Now the good news is that some of the parts out of this machine are out of the Wildcat, like the Wildcat Trail 700s, I think they are.
Yeah.
So if they keep some of those parts on hand, which they might, because they rent those machines here, or at least they did, then we can maybe get some more of these. We need 6, we've got 2. So.
Well, you did win those 2. I think I was starting in first, probably should have started in second, and the first time I shifted directly into neutral.
Yep.
And then the second time I was just bouncing off the rev limiter way too long. So I still got some tricks up my sleeve. This isn't a total loss. If we can get your buggy fixed, I want to try some more things and see if I can win. You want to do that?
That's the plan, is to try. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we're not giving up yet.
No. Now the question becomes, how do we get it down there? Are we, I guess I've got the winch. I could just wrap around your frame if you're comfortable slowly pulling me.
Heck yeah.
I mean, you've got low range for a reason.
I got torque out the, you know what. Yeah, let's do it.
Price for victory, boys and girls. Price for victory.
Yes.
them right there.
Here's your problem. And
yeah, there's six of these bearings that ride inside that carrier.
so we found 3 of them, and we're just putting it back together in hopes that we can continue riding. There's supposed to be 6.
Yummy.
Yeah. At least we're not on the trail and, you know, getting dusted by everybody flying by us.
I'd much rather be doing a field repair over here in the shade than
Yes.
on some muddy trail somewhere.
Yeah. So we think we may have temporarily fixed it by simply just shortening the limiting straps, shortening the amount of travel, and it does sit a little bit lower, and it does kind of have a Carolina squat to it a little bit, but you know, if it works long enough to just go back on the trails tomorrow, then I say it was a success. So no more drag racing this thing, unfortunately. Maybe a little bit on the GP track, because I'm definitely taking that more on the GP track tomorrow. So we'll see if it survives.
Go big or go home, man.
Uh-huh.
Name of the game.
That's all you can do. All right, so last day at Durhamtown, we think we fixed DirtGearTv's buggy. We're actually gonna go head to the turbo track and see, because I really want to try the turbo track on the CBR 1000, and we're gonna see if the fix that we did yesterday will survive the turbo track. So, and then I haven't hopped on the Ninja yet. That thing's just been sitting there. So I'm gonna take later today. We're gonna take the Ninja to the drag strip, and we're gonna see how fast the Ninja can go against one of these vehicles or possibly a dirt bike. Also, we have been tuning the suspension on these shocks. I tightened the preload a little bit because it's almost like bottoming out on these jumps. And we've also been tuning these. These are what adjusts. These are how to adjust when the stronger spring kicks in. So we've been tuning these, and we'll see how well, because before this thing on a jump, like, was almost bottoming out. So we'll find out how this thing performs on the turbo track as well as the GP track again. I shouldn't have taken off right after you. I was just in your dust.
I couldn't see my front fender.
I couldn't see at all.
I could not see anything. I hit a rock about this big and my wheel went to the side.
Ooh.
So I was like, I'm not chasing that.
Yeah.
I can't see anything. It's not safe.
Yeah, I was going slow the first, because I'm like, yeah, let you get ahead.
I saw just how much dust. When I looked back, I was like, those guys, I'm gonna lose them quick.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do
Like
this one at a
trooper, man,
time.
he hung in there.
I stayed with him.
Yeah.
Man.
Wish me luck. Okay, I gotta check my steering because my steering's getting really loose. I finally found a place where I can really see what this machine can do. I gotta say, this machine, this is so much fun. You know, with the amazing long travel suspension, I don't even feel the jumps. I mean, I'm landing and it feels like you're riding on a cloud. This thing is so incredible.
That was pretty amazing.
We have to fix this. This is a little scary. You know, my steering is starting to loosen. The two bolts that hold the rack and pinion on are loosening up, so. Yeah, that's not safe. Gotta fix that. So I felt it getting looser and looser the more laps I did. I was like, let me stop before I lose steering altogether.
Always room for improvement, man.
Yeah.
You gotta have stuff you gotta fix, tweak it, make it a little bit better for next lap.
I'm a little tempted to change the gearing because right now this thing, it's like perfect for trails. And if I built this for strictly this, I would really want to change the gearing to be a lot faster. You really have to be in the higher RPMs, in a high gear to be going around this track fast. But I built this thing for trails, so I may change the gearing a little bit.
I can hear you when you're way back there. This track's like close to 2 miles, and I can hear you all the way back on the far end of it coming.
I do need to put those baffles back in the mufflers because it's a little on the loud end. You know, it's just a little.
You think?
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta try this thing, man.
Yeah, Dirt Gear is finally trying the CBR 1000. So this is nothing like this machine. You have to shift a lot. The clutch pedal is a lot more sensitive.
Okay.
So be aware of that. And the brakes are a lot better. You can lock up the rear tires. So be aware of that as well.
Okay. Now, so other than
you cannot drift this like you can that, because of how tippy it is and how much travel it has.
good to know, good to know.
And if it ever pops out of gear in this, just jam it in one of them and...
So I'm staying in third.
Staying in high range.
Is it, and it's right there now?
It's there, it should stay.
Okay, finally. I have been watching this project for, I don't know, what, a year and a half?
Year.
I've been watching this thing get built.
Oh. Should we tighten down? Okay, so something I noticed. Move the steering wheel. So the bolts have loosened up for my rack and pinion. Do you think we should tighten them?
I think it'll be okay for one more lap.
I think we should tighten them.
I think we need to run a lap.
Because of that.
Do you have the tools to tighten those right now out here?
Yes, I think we should tighten that. So give us a second.
If that comes off, you're not steering anything.
No wonder my steering was a little loose.
Well, they are lock nuts, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there's that.
Okay, give us a second. We'll tighten that.
Are you sure they're still on there?
All right, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
So it's 1 forward and 5 back. To start it, you take this wire and put it here.
Does this have to be on?
Has to be on.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready.
Easy on the throttle. Yeah!
That was every bit as incredible as it looked. Wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
What do you think?
I think this thing is amazing. It drives every bit, as cool as it sounds,
Yeah.
it's every bit as much fun. So completely different from my machine.
Yes, the different world to your machine. It's...
I was getting a little sideways, and you can feel,
Yeah.
you know, where it starts to let go in the rear,
Yeah.
but a torque monster. I mean, I was in, I think, high 6 for most of the track, and it was pulling hard.
Yeah, 6th gear, really?
I think so. I kept going back. I just kept going back.
Really? Yeah.
Like, give me more gears. Incredible, man. Woo.
Man. Yeah, okay, now you need to try it in the trails, because that's where this shines.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yes. Incredible. It's like riding a Cadillac.
Yeah.
You're just floating on a cloud the whole time out there.
Yeah. It's so comfortable.
It's like a little mini monster truck is what it feels like.
This thing's like a mini trophy truck because it has the lean, it has the body roll, and it has the long travel suspension. I've never driven a trophy truck, but this is what I would imagine it would feel like.
You know what that means, right?
What?
Time to register for the Baja 500. You can try the 1,000, but I mean, whew,
They have a
probably
home-built
make
class.
the 1,000.
Yeah?
They have a home built class, yeah.
Oof.
Heck
Yeah.
man.
I may have to do that once this thing's perfected and tuned. All right, so now I get to try DirtGearTv's Buggy.
It's a completely different machine. That's the thing. You've got, you know, over square design, under square design. You've got torque.
Yes.
You've got horsepower. Low gears or short, you know, few gears, a lot of gears.
Yeah.
There's a lot of differences, but I think you'll appreciate those differences.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. All right. I feel like a little kid in this. I gotta reach for the steering wheel. I gotta reach for this. Built this for a giant.
Built it for everyone.
Yeah. All right. Wish me luck.
All right.
Oh man. Yeah, this thing is so much different to mine. This one is so much more planted in the corners. Mine is just leaning. It's super soft. This one's it's a little bit of a harder ride, but it's more planted, if that makes sense.
How'd it feel? I mean, A lot different, huh?
It's so much different to mine. Mine is leaning in the corners. This thing's planted. It drifts, but it's planted.
Yeah.
In the corners. So I wasn't going very fast around the corners. Definitely, you know, trying not to drift around corners. But you know, this thing is pretty awesome.
Yeah, she goes pretty good.
It's very fast. I don't even think I got close to rev limiter. Not even close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see why this thing beat me in the drag race, because you just, you know, I have to shift. Just like bang, bang, bang. You're just bang, bang, wah.
Yep. Just leave it in a second.
Yeah. This thing's got so much RPM range in a single gear that you can go from what feels like 15 or 20 to like 45, 50 in second gear. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. That's probably about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it starts hitting the shift light at about 70 mile an hour in second.
Second gear.
Yeah.
And you have how many gears?
Technically I have 5. I've only ever used 4 of them.
I can see why. Yeah, you don't really need the other gears, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I put the bigger radiator on here, because it's pretty hot out and we're in the sun and we're riding this thing pretty hard. It's getting a little warm, you know. I think the second time I took it out, it got up to 109 degrees Celsius, which is not boiling, but getting close to there. So I'm really glad. Bigger radiator, bigger fan on there, helps keep this engine moderately cool.
And it hasn't boiled over one time, I don't think. So.
Yeah, 109 Celsius is still operating temperature for this engine, I believe. I need to look that up, but I think it's not boiling. I know that, so we're good.